Greetings from Agape Ministries. This is Pastor Sam, and I decided to take you on a walk in case if you're stuck at home during these COVID-19 fake pandemic times. And today I have a little gift for you. I just watched a couple of beautiful, absolutely heavenly video content on YouTube about a couple that lives in the middle of a remote village in Sweden. Their name is Joanna and Jonna Jinton, and forgive me, the pronunciation might be different, but in my mind they're John and Joanna, okay? This is my best way I can pronounce their names. But folks, Google this, because everything I bring to you every single week, talking about getting on the frequency of God, you know, being with nature and connecting, communicating with God, our Creator, they're actually practicing that on a daily basis. Joanna is in the woods, you know, she is collecting the berries and connecting with nature. It's beautiful, beautiful footage. Just I highly recommend watching it. It's spelled Jonna, and her last name is Jinta, I believe. So it's Joanna Jinton and John, her husband. Fantastic couple. I think they're in paradise. They don't even realize it, folks. Of course, we're transmitting live from North America, the land of the brave, where we destroy all the forests. Dollar operated economy, greed operated, and of course on our channel you'll hear the words demonic or dark forces. But anyway, today I want to talk on a lighter subject, something positive. I'm going to elevate you without bringing too much the demonic force. Joanna and John, they both lived in some kind of a city in Sweden, and they decided to move to this remote village where they only have 10 people, folks. 10 people that live there, and their dog, Nanook. It's a beautiful, beautiful family there, I tell you. It's like I've been there. By the way, Joanna, if you're watching this, I gotta hand it to you. Beautiful cinematography, beautiful footage, beautiful music, beautiful everything you do there is like, Joanna, you and your husband John, I know you don't realize this, but I'm gonna tell you, you're like Adam and Eve in the original Garden of Eden. See, I'm here in the city. I take my viewers and I try to show them, connect them with nature. Okay, I'm gonna walk backwards here, and so you can get the picture of this beautiful sunset. See, the sunset is pink. We're thousands of miles away from California. We're in the middle of the country, south of Chicago. So there's the West Coast where the fires are in California and Oregon. There's the East Coast, New York City, and we're just south of Chicago. We are thousands of miles away. We're approximately like 4,000 kilometers away from Los Angeles, California. Our skies are pink. This is just a side note. This is not the main point of my message here tonight, but they're pink from the fire. So the wind is bringing all the particles, the fire debris particles, and so in the morning it's like this. It's pink. I don't know if you could see this. It's very, very pink. You cannot clearly see the sun, which normally we have blue skies and just most gorgeous sunsets. It's a side note, not important. Let's move on to something very, very important. I'm just showing you the sunset. Enjoy it, especially if you're stuck at home. Let's move back to this beautiful couple, John and Joanna Jinton. And so they're so beautiful, so spiritual. It's just, folks, listen. This is what you hear from me, your pastor, every single week, how we're supposed to connect with nature, pray to God for God's protection, and they're living it out there in the middle of nowhere, this beautiful nature, and hopefully God. I'm not sure, I only watched a couple of videos. I'm not sure what Joanna's spiritual path is. I didn't watch enough movies, footage to sort of be able to discern if they're spiritual people or just kind of like new age people. They just sort of dance around the fire and that's it, where the story ends, but hopefully in that beautiful surrounding where they'll be prostrate before God and praying for God's holy angels to be sent down to protect them. Which, by the way, reminds me, there was a little episode, Some Trouble in Paradise, where a stalker moved on and sort of wreaked some havoc in their lives and for a couple of weeks. Joanna, this happened because, you see, this guy that was stalking you, he said he had a psychotic episode. Actually, it's only halfway true. He was actually demon possessed. So what happens, there are different ranking demons in the world. And, one of them causes a person to steal, to kill, and more higher ranking demons, they cause politicians to start wars for various reasons. It's usually not one reason, but just for the sake of the argument, it's all demon caused. So that particular incident that caused a lot of discomfort in your life for 2 weeks was caused by a very, very low ranking demon that could have been prevented. So instead of calling the police, you should have gotten on your knees, prayed to God, and the demon would be neutralized. Guaranteed. That's what we do here on our channel. That's what I share with my audience here. Because of COVID-19, we can't meet at church, so we we have to meet outdoors, and we have to do our services in this unique way. So yes, if you had simply prayed to God, a good angel would have been sent and neutralized it. It would have neutralized the demon that's out of control. You see, that it's a very, very simple procedure, and that's what we teach here on our channel. So hopefully, my benediction is, I wish you all the best, and I hope God's angels will be with you, and they'll bring you peace, love, joy, and a boy and a girl, 2 kids, the minimum. On this note, we're switching back to our topic today is how Joanna enjoyed connecting with nature. So how do we connect in nature in, let's say, city environment? First of all, you have to find a park. That's obviously first thing. Second thing, you have to find a tree, which, as you can see, we're surrounded by trees. Not that many, not as many as in Sweden, where that beautiful couple lives. But folks, here is what you do. I'm gonna actually walk normal here instead of backwards. So you find your tree, your favorite tree. My favorite tree, they're all beautiful, we're all connected, we're all on the same frequency. They all have a language. The sad story Joanna told in one of her videos is that she really liked there was a little forest nearby where they live, and the economy forced the logging company to cut it down. So she saw some stumps, basically a bunch of stumps, and the tree where she used to like to sit was cut down, and it was like she lost a family member. And I completely understand, folks. So this is what we teach here at Agape Ministries. You find a tree that you form a relationship with. And this is a beautiful tree, but I'm going to actually take you to my favorite tree. That's right, that's a very beautiful tree. We're all connected. Joanna was crying because she lost her almost like a family member, because these trees, they actually could talk. This is what we teach here, how to understand the language of the trees and the animals and the plants. It's a different kind of language. Obviously, they don't have a way of sending an email, folks, so you have to use your slightly use your imagination, but nonetheless, I'm gonna demonstrate to you how to connect to Mother Nature here, using this sort of a metaphor. Mother Nature is our flora, fauna, and everything else that God has created for our enjoyment, for our connection, really, so that would be more fulfilled. Notice I'm walking on this pavement where I should be walking on the grass, right? So I'm correcting myself here. So anyway, yeah, of course I'm wearing tennis shoes, but ideally, folks, if you can, well, I mean, I don't know if you can see too many barefoot people walking in a city park, probably not. So we're not as blessed as Joanna and John, but okay, folks, this is my favorite tree. So I'm going to show you what the approach is here. The approach is very simple. You pick a tree that, for whatever reason, you like the best. You see, this is a beautiful tree. You come and you talk to it like this. You touch it, and then you talk to it. And then, most importantly, folks, you put your hand on the tree like this, and you talk to a tree as if it might sound strange at first, but you have to get on the frequency of God, or on the frequency of a tree. Tree vibrates on the same frequency as God. And unfortunately, we as human beings who are so distorted, our minds are so distorted with this reality, it's not natural for us to be in this unnatural environment where we have computers, we have lights, fluorescent lights, LED lights. LED lights are very, very dangerous. They're harmful to the human eyesight because it's a coherent illumination. When lasers were created in the late 50s, laser spells out, it's an abbreviation of light amplification of stimulated emission by radiation. It's a coherent radiation. This is why a laser beam goes a greater distance, and it can actually cut metal and other materials. The point is, LEDs resemble low power. This is essentially low power lasers, so they're very, very bad for you. The best thing is this natural light, folks. This natural light right there, you see. So you put your finger on the tree, your hand on the tree, you focus on the moment, and you simply thank the tree for it giving us oxygen, for it giving us this harmony and beauty. And you tell the tree that, God willing, you always have to add, as you know from us previous devotional sermons, God willing, meaning tomorrow's not guaranteed, so you can't say I'll see you tomorrow. You say, God willing, I'll come back to you and see you tomorrow. I'm going to miss you today. And this is your way of starting a conversation with a tree. I'm giving you only a few pointers, so you have to use your imagination how to continue. And this is a short version, but you want to spend half an hour with a tree, and you won't get the actual connection on the first try, more than likely. If you live in a city, forget about it. It will take you several months to establish a connection. I'm just saying, I've been doing this for a long time. You see the spot here? This is from my hand right there. It's been here hundreds of times, so this spot belongs to me. This is my favorite tree. And so when I come here, I establish this connection, and I say, I get in the zone. Obviously, I don't talk. You don't need to talk. Everything is on a thought level, telepathic. You connect with a tree, and after many, many, many times, you will, for the first time, you will be so happy when you realize, when you get on the frequency of God through this type of meditation. So that's just one exercise that Joanna does in Sweden naturally. She gathers all kinds of beautiful flowers and all this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous channel they have. There's just absolutely everything, cinematography and the music. They definitely live in God's country, as we say in North America. Joanna, that means you live in paradise, in the Garden of Eden, if you don't know this phrase. But anyway, by the way, your English is flawless. I'm just amazed how you have this North American accent. I'm not sure where you picked that up from. That's very, very interesting how you, in Sweden, you don't have the British accent, you speak with a North American accent. But anyway, you are very blessed. May the angels of God be with you, to guard you, to protect you in everything you do, and may those demons leave you alone, the dark demons of darkness, like that stalker guy, you call him psychotic. He is just simply possessed by a low-ranking demon, Jonna. You've been through that, but I'm just saying, we've seen worse. We've seen people who are possessed by slightly more violent demons, what they do in Chicago, for example. This is just real-life example. In the city of Chicago, in the metropolitan area, population is about 6 to 8 million, depending on how you count the surrounding suburbs. So Chicago, let's say 7 million. Every year, 1,000 people die because of gunshot wounds. Yeah, the stray bullets that fly. People, see, the demons enter the human beings. They start shooting their guns. Everybody is armed in the United States with a pistol, and most people have at least 2, 3, 4, 5 guns, which is insane. But anyway, that's another video I'm going to make on this topic. The Second Amendment is complete nonsense. It actually gives you, if you read to the very end, it says the Second Amendment gives you the right to form militia groups to control the federal government, to keep them in check, so that they're always in check. But if you try to do that, what's going to happen to you if you try to sort of form a militia group on the street with your little gun, Second Amendment? They call a SWAT team and they get you off the street with 1,000 bullets through your head. So you see, it's like, as Jesus said, he who picks up the sword shall also die by the sword. The long story short, coming back to the story of demons. In the city of Chicago, close to 1,000 people die every single year, and the number keeps going up. So that means that the situation is so dangerous and out of control that parents who send out their little children to play in the backyard in Chicago, it's so devastating. Many of those children never return. They get killed by those stray bullets. Stray bullets kill little children. That's what the parents cannot stand. And it's beyond racial issues in Chicago, which is a pretty hot topic right now, but it's beyond this craziness. It's like you send out your little child and the child does not return because he got killed by a bullet, because the person who shot the weapon is demon possessed, you see. So Joanna, you got really lucky with the psychotic guy that was just simply threatening you and just all that. I understand it was traumatic for you, but believe me, in Chicago, don't come to Chicago. You may never return to your beautiful country of Sweden. It's so dangerous that you have to know your spot here. You have to be protected with the angels of God. Otherwise, you get killed. You literally get 1,000 people die. So close to 20,000 bullets are found. Cartridges are on the streets of Chicago every quarter. 20,000 bullets are fired in the city of Chicago. Can you pick 20,000 bullets? That's how out of control America is, how crazy it is, how demon infested it is. So this is why my message every single week is for people, because of this nonsense going on with the bullets and everything else. I'm just mentioning 1%, folks, of the problems in America. Just sort of on the lighter note, I'm asking all of our audience and parishioners and believers and non-believers who want to get to a better place, to experience peace, harmony, balance, to get on the ground asking God for God to send his angels to guard them and protect them. This is the only weapon we have, folks. Joanna, had you prayed to God for divine protection, that guy would have disappeared. That demon would have been disabled. I guarantee you that. You should have tried it. I wish I could have given you that, advice, recommendation, but that's the only thing that works in today's world, at least in Chicago. I don't know about Sweden. I'm just kidding. It works globally, internationally. We're in the international business here. But anyway, don't come to Chicago because you may not be ready. If that was too much for you, this is the battleground here. You got to be surrounded by the good angels to make sure you get home. And there's no guarantee. This is why we say, God willing, I'm going to do so and so. I'm going to meet so and so. I'm going to do such and such thing tomorrow, or even the next hour. The next hour is not guaranteed because bullets are flying everywhere, folks. We're in North America. See, land of the brave, right? Land of the brave. I'm chuckling here, because it's demonic, demon infested society. In fact, Joanna, you know what? I just had an idea. I'm going to actually organize a campaign. We're going to move all the good American believers, Christians, Bible-believing people, to your country, to Sweden. So, folks, everybody look up Joanna and Jonna Jinton, find out on the map where they live, and let's all move to the beautiful, beautiful country, to their Garden of Eden, because it's so beautiful over there. And Joanna, not to scare you, but pretty soon you'll have a bunch of high-rise building construction by the American companies. So this is just the beginning. Paradise will be soon kind of replaced with urban living again, thanks to your beautiful channel. You see how the system works? And so the idea is, folks, let's bring let's go experience Sweden, folks. 350 million Americans will be moving to Sweden in the next 30 days. That would be quite an experience, huh, Joanna and John? You would be... sorry you put yourselves on the map like that with video content, but I'm of course kidding, folks. I'm of course kidding here. You have to get my dry sense of humor here. Ducking between gunshots here, So, folks, our message is very simple. We only have one protector, and he's in that invisible world of the spirits. So we pray to God. He dispatches his angels, the good spirits, who tie down the bad angels or the bad spirits. I guess in Sweden probably angels is not the word that you would use, like the spirits. Yeah, the spirits, or the I don't know, fairies perhaps. Maybe there's some kind of a different word for that. It's no longer popular using the biblical terms. I heard. I don't know, but that's what I heard. So Joanna, John, God bless you. You will be richly blessed because of my benediction here. You will be protected by God and his holy angels. You'll have a boy and a girl, at the very least, possibly more kids. And then you will be 50 times more happy in your piece of paradise, in your Garden of Eden, northern Sweden, wherever you are. I cannot even remember where you are. You said the Jensel or something like that. Jensel town, something 30 kilometers from Jensel. Janel, something like that. I don't remember. But God bless you. God bless you richly. You're doing a fantastic job. Just expect some Americans in the next 30 days. Once they figure out where you are on the map, they'll be like droves. They'll be coming in droves. Many Americans are quite entrepreneurially minded, so you just wait. Everybody's stressed out in America. So you're going to get a bunch of stressed out, crazy, fully armed Americans wearing cowboy boots and driving pickup trucks and drinking Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola on Swedish soil. Of course, they'll come as tourists at first, but they're going to stay. They'll find a way to stay somehow. So, folks, let's take over Sweden for the peace of mind, huh? I'm just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Just go visit if you want. But COVID-19 might preclude you from traveling these days. That's why you have to just find your nearest park, find your little tree right here. This beautiful, beautiful tree. You put your hand like this, and you start meditating. Okay, you connect with the tree through the meditative practice I just mentioned. Then you connect to God, get on the frequency of God. Then you will be able to manifest many good things in your life and block all the negativity. And by the way, we all breathe incorrectly, too shallow. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how to properly distribute the CO2 levels in your body so that any kind of physical abnormalities you have will be a thing of the past. For example, fibromyalgia, headaches, varicose veins, you name it. The list is quite long. So the proper breathing methodology is what's called diaphragmatic breathing. So every professional athlete or a professionally trained singer, especially operatic singer, knows how to do this routine. So the idea is to increase the pause between inhaling and exhaling. Between inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to demonstrate it to you so you don't even have to go look it up. So usually we have half a second, which is not normal. This is the root cause of most of our problems, health problems, and psychological and other problems. So look at this beautiful, beautiful sunset right in front of us. So the way I'm going to use my hands to tell you the inhaling and exhaling routine here. So you inhale, wait, and then you exhale, like this. And so on and so forth. So basically, the longer you wait, the better it is for your lungs, for your CO2 distribution. And if you can get it up as a reference point, if you can get it up to about 30 seconds, the pause between inhaling and exhaling, you're there. You have arrived. That means your health problems will be gone. You'll be in tip-top shape. You'll be just like John and Joanna in Sweden, with a smile on your face constantly, with that sort of a pinkish skin on your skin. You know, because look at them, they're highly oxygenated. They're very healthy. When you look at their skin, you analyze their skin. That little that skin tone that they have is what every Caucasian person should have. But you know, less than 1% have it because of improper. You know, they're always outdoors. That's what you should be doing, folks. If you can, instead of sitting in front of a computer. Oh yes, my recommendation, of course, for your health reasons, stay away from computers, iPads, iPhones, video games. That's complete demonic, destructive activity. You should be outdoors, walking, talking to the trees, connecting with God, spending some time with friends, family. You know, this is just an exercise how to get on the frequency of God. So this will help you essentially. This exercise will help you how to get on the frequency of God. Once you establish this connection, this link to God, then you can actually do that remotely, but preferably, of course, being outdoors. That usually helps. So, folks, on this note, go watch the videos that Joanna makes on a regular basis. Check them out. They're a beautiful couple. God bless them. God bless America. God bless the world. And especially God bless Sweden, so that those trees will not be cut down. You know, that was quite traumatic when you catch it like that. When somebody sort of, when Joanna spent a lot of time with those trees and then they were gone. It's like you're losing a family member, folks. This is the part of our ministry here. I'm telling you, everything is alive. We're one, and they're living it. This is why I'm bringing up, sort of highlighting them in the service, in the sermon here tonight, is because they're living what I'm trying to share with you. See, every week I'm telling you the same thing. You know, get on the frequency of God, talk to the trees, then you'll be able to hear the voice of God. They're living it in Sweden. So, I mean, how lame is that, folks? I keep saying the same thing, and you keep asking me the same thing. Well, how do we get on the frequency of God? Well, go watch Joanna, see how she does it in the nature. She probably has never heard of this methodology of connecting to the frequency of God. She just does it naturally. And I'm trying to reverse engineer and trying to sort of help you how to get on the frequency of God. So now you know. So go watch them. God bless you. Use this technique here, how to get on the frequency of God. Do the breathing exercises. Go for walks every single day, minimum half an hour to an hour. Go play tennis. Any sports is good. Stay away from computers. Stay away from iPhones, iPads, game consoles. That's really, really bad. Don't use LED lights. It's really bad. Use natural lights, or old-fashioned if you can find them, fluorescent, or incandescent light bulbs are the best. Or the best is real, sunshine outdoors. That's God's lighting there. God's lighting is the best. So, folks, on this note, God bless you. Be safe. May the angels of God be with you. This is my benediction. As you can tell, I'm in a good mood today. And I hope to see you at the very top. Take care.